Morning and welcome to another video. Today's really exciting. I'm heading off to test ride the 2023 Lowrider ST with a 117 engine, so stick around for my first impressions on this test ride. Roll the intro. So, the Lowrider ST 117 2023 model year. First impressions are completely different to the Sport Glide, obviously, with the mid controls. They sit so high up that even me at 5'6", 5'7" on a really good day now, getting older, it's just nowhere near, I find, as comfortable as a Sport Glide. Having said that, you can see why it's really popular. It's very, very aggressive riding position, extremely aggressive. The front fairing, being frame mounted, does take a little bit getting used to, because it obviously doesn't move with the forks, and where I have the Sport Glide with the Memphis Shades Road Warrior fairing, that obviously moves with the forks, but that wouldn't take too much to get used to. Handling is really good, really nice. Suspension is good as well, far better than the stock on the Sport Glide. But with my Sport Glide, when I got it, I'm sure there was something wrong with the rear shock. It felt seized. I brought it in to the dealership and they said it was fine, but out of stock this is far better on suspension than Sport Glide. Now with my Sport Glide, I have changed that out because I think this has got the longer suspension in it, slightly longer monoshock than the Sport Glide, and I've changed my Sport Glide out to the progressive 465 monoshock at the back and the progressive inserts on the front, and that's made a hell of a difference to the ride quality and handling on the Sport Glide. And also with the Sport Glide one, I've put the longer monoshock, the same size as the Lowrider ST, and I think the Heritage as well. So yeah, it makes a big difference. Now I've got used to this with the knees. It's really not bad. Well, I rode the Lowrider, the normal Lowrider S last year, and I found that extremely uncomfortable, but this doesn't feel as high. It doesn't feel, the pegs don't feel as high, my knees don't feel so high around the tank. I don't know if it's just me. I'm sure it is, because I'm sure they've got exactly the same foot peg position, but it just feels a lot more comfortable. So I don't know if I'm just that much more used to it now. I mean, there's no doubt this is a fantastic machine with 117. For the weight of the Lowrider ST and having the 117 in it, it's an absolute beast. An absolute beast. We should be able to open it up in a little bit. I'm not going to be going on any highways because I've just got it for 15-20 minutes to give it a once over. But some of the roads around here have got the national speed limit anyway, so wow, the cornering is so much easier. So much easier. So I don't know why, but I think it's with the mid controls. Cornering is a breeze in this. You seem to be sitting higher up as well. It's bone stock this, and the exhaust does sound very anemic, so that wouldn't take a lot. You've already got the high intake air filter on this, so all you'd need is an exhaust and a tune, and it would sound like a proper Harley Davidson, certainly. I'm really surprised by the comfort of this. I didn't think I was going to like it, as I say, because once I'd ridden a Lowrider S, I thought there's no way this bike would be for me. But it's not bad. Really not bad. Regarding the screen, I can't really tell what it's like on wind protection, because I'm not getting to speeds that are going to be able to tell you that, but I'm sure it's a lot better than the stock Sport Glide fairing, that's for sure. But as you know, I said I put the Memphis Shades Road Warrior on my Sport Glide, and that is really good for me for wind protection with my size, so happy with that. The seat on this really does lock you in. It seems quite comfortable. It's got a little bit of give in it. It's quite squishy, but you certainly feel planted. Certainly feel planted in the seat, definitely. So no complaints with that. The control panel. Now the control panel, as you can see there, is just a little monitor, little screen in the middle of the handlebar setup in the risers, and it's nice because it's in your eye line, where obviously again keep going back to the Sport Glide, but the Sport Glide, you need to look down on your tank. Now if you're riding with a full face helmet, which I do, that can be a little bit of a pain, because you need to look down to see what speed you're going, or look at any of the controls. But this is quite nice, having it right on your in your line of vision, and seat in position with the shoulders. Now obviously it's got the taller risers, it's got the motocross style bias, and I like it. I seem to be sitting quite upright, quite straight. I don't feel I'm leaning forward too much. I think there is a little bit of a lean in the top of my shoulders just to reach the bars, but again, that's because I'm a short ass. Anybody of normal height would be absolutely fine with that, but compared to other stock bikes that I've ridden, out of the box, this is pretty damn good, to be honest. I'm really surprised. Really surprised. Maybe this is one for the list. I didn't think it would be, but maybe this is one for the list. Cornering on this is a breeze. So nice. For me, it doesn't feel like a cruiser. I've never ridden an adventure bike, but this is what an adventure bike for me would feel like. But then again, I don't really know what I'm talking about with regards to adventure bikes. It's just what I'm used to with Harley Davidsons. So yeah, I've ridden all the Harley Davidsons I've normally ridden who've got the forward controls. so it's a little bit more of a relaxed riding position. And before that I was on street naked bikes, so the last one being Ducati Monster, again, which is a completely different riding position, but this is cool. I do like this. I do like this. It's got so much pep, so much grunt, it'll want to go in any gear. Leaning angle is fantastic on this bike. Look at this. I'm obviously doing a little bit slowly because I'm not sure, but I just opened it up. Oh my word, listen to that roar. That is something else. That's really good. Let's just pull in here and have a quick walk around. Completely flat foot. I say, being a short arse, for me, that's amazing. So yeah, the Lowrider ST. So it's got the fixed fairing, dual disc front brakes, which do make a big difference. I know you can change these windscreens out to any a different size. You've got the high input air take from stock, which really helps with the engine. 2-into-2 exhaust, which does sound a bit anemic when you're just mooching along, but as soon as you pull that throttle, the engine roars, those exhaust roars. So yeah, really attractive bike, really attractive. As I said, I didn't think I was going to get on with this bike at all, but I'm wrong. After the Lowrider S, I thought this was going to be yeah, let's try it out, but I find it quite comfortable. And if I was looking to get another bike, would I consider this? I would. I really would. So yeah, let's get back on and ride back to the dealership. So a big shout out to probably the best dealership in England for Harley Davidson. That's Sykes Harley Davidson, located down in Sussex. Big shout out and thank you for letting me test ride this. Really appreciate it. Now Sykes, as I say, are probably the best dealership I've ever experienced in the UK, and I've dealt with quite a few. Really professional, really good price, really helpful. So if you ever need anything, go down and speak to Craig, Gary or Jordan in the sales department. They really know their stuff, really helpful. And in the service department you've got Josh, parts department Gary, all really good. So if you ever need anything to do with Harley Davidson, you're in the UK, I'd highly recommend Sykes Harley Davidson. Now let's open this up. Wow, fantastic. You would never ever want more, I would think, with regards to power, than what this bike has got. It seems to breathe so much better than my Sport Glide. My Sport Glide is on the stage 2 with the torque cam, with the Harley Davidson Screaming Eagle air intake, and it's been tuned, but it still feels, compared to this, like it's lacking air into the engine. So maybe I need to get that retuned, because this is night and day compared to that. And I know it's going from a 107 to 117, but with this is a stock 117, and mine's got a stage 2 on the 107 Sport Glide, and this is got so much more power. In a way, I wish I hadn't ridden this, because I certainly haven't got the money to upgrade. But this is really nice. If I'm going on a long ride, which sometimes I do on the Sport Glide, I ride down through Spain to the south of Spain. I don't know if this would be a little bit cramped for that. Maybe that would get a bit too maybe that would get tiresome at that point. But certainly for the shorter rides, maybe like a one-day ride, or out riding for a day, a couple of 100 miles, this would be absolutely first class. But any further than that, I don't know. Now we've as I say, on the Sport Glide, I certainly have done some long tours on that. I know that's not what it's designed for, and everybody will say, oh, you need a touring bike to do that. That's poppycock. That's rubbish, because I've done 2,000 miles in 4 days, so 500 mile days on the Sport Glide, and I've got off that bike at the end of each day and been fresh as a daisy, and it's performed really well. I know the touring bikes are designed for that, but I find the touring bikes, especially for somebody in my stature, a bit too much, a bit too heavy, and being in England, where a lot of the roads are a lot smaller, I just find that too much. So definitely a soft tail for me, for no matter what type of riding, whether it's through town commuting or joyriding or long tours. Sport Glide works for me and ticks every box. And I always thought the Sport Glide would be my forever bike, but now I've ridden this, maybe not. Look at that lean on it, so simple, effortless. Let's open it up again. Easy, so effortless. So the Lowrider ST, would I recommend it? Yeah, I would. If you're looking to do long distance riding, probably maybe not, but certainly for day riding, short riding, commuting, enjoying, yeah, definitely do that. Definitely. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please click like, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I've got plenty more coming up, but I really appreciate you watching. Ride safe, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time.